Hi guys, Old Bull here, and this is a fireside chat. So this is a really good one. This is such a common problem in crypto right now, and I was talking with Amanda this morning, and we were just discussing whether we should do a fireside chat on this topic. And Amanda said, this is what people want to see about you. They want to see that you actually care about this stuff. So let's have a look at what the actual issue is. I'll just bring this up on my screen. Just hang on one tick. So this is a comment. We were in a different group, not Playable, but we're in a different group that's done a big deal with us. They've actually had a big OTC deal, and their group is talking about whether or not to sell that OTC deal now or wait until later. And they're having discussions about it. And this guy came out and said, the games don't mean anything. What matters is hype, marketing, and branding, unless it's a AAA quality game like Off the Grid, etc. I have to smile at this because this is like, Shrapnel right now is a AAA game, and it's got problems, so they're currently in lawsuits and stuff, and people leaving and all sorts of stuff. So it's the AAA game thing is not the only thing. So let's start with the most basic problem with this whole attitude, and that is this is crypto's kryptonite, if you want to call it that. It is an absolute disaster of crypto that there's a group of people out there that literally just want the pump and dump. They literally just want to be early in and get out at the top, and there's no care whatsoever for the project. It's nothing more than dollar go up, and as long as dollar goes up, there's ecstatic hyper-realism that's happening there. They're just so in love with making money that nothing else matters. And for me and our team at Playable, there's so much more than just dollar go up, although we obviously want dollar to go up, and we believe what we're doing is going to have that happen naturally over time. So Seth Godin says, be the change you seek to make. All right, be it. Not hope for it, not wish that it's going to happen. Be it. Act it out, live it, make it happen. That's what we're doing at Playable. We want crypto gaming to work. We want people. I'm a gamer by heart. I was playing Red Alert back before most of you were fucking born. This is truly all about getting gaming to the point where we get to have our assets and own them. And if for some reason you get banned, you can actually get money back for the hundreds or thousands of hours you've put into it. So it's really important that we understand the basics of what is going on here. So what we've done at Playable is really simple. We started off with a vision of what gaming could be and how it might be able to change in the future if we bring crypto into it. And we store all the assets you earn in crypto. So that's level one. And then we asked the community, do you guys think this is a good idea? And the community responded with a resounding yes, and they backed us with a large sum of money. And Playable Games was born. So the first thing is, what most companies are doing here is they are taking that large sum of money and they are spending the majority of it in marketing. Now, I've got a master's degree in marketing. I know how much things cost. When we were doing our degree, my wife and I have the same degree. We did it after hours while holding down jobs and raising a family. So we were older age students. We weren't 22-year-olds going to university. The first time we were we were given an assignment it was for Virgin Airlines, and we were given an assignment to do. So we had to make this complete program. I put up my hand and said, can I ask what the budget is? And they said, for this marketing campaign, it's probably about $200,000. And I looked at my wife and she looked at me, and because we were on a Skype call doing our classes online. And in our office where we were, she was on one computer and I was on another. And so we looked across at each other, and I was like, $200,000 for marketing? holy shit, you can get a lot done for that, you know. So, because we'd come from small business entrepreneurship where, like, you know, your marketing budget is like, you know, $1,000 a week. You know, you're spending 50,000 in a year on marketing. So, and that's a big budget for a small business. So we had all these ideas on how to get messages out without spending large sums of money. And here we were in our course learning about, you know, well, oh, for this campaign, just drop 200 grand on that. That's fine. That's not a problem at all. All right. So all of a sudden we had all these new avenues open to us. So it's really clear when we watch these other marketing companies, these other crypto companies out there, gaming companies, and they're all over the bear market. There's great big hype happening and there's lots of people talking about them. And if you don't understand how the crypto market works, if influencers are talking about you, you most probably paid them to talk about you. As soon as an influencer is big enough to command a fee, they ask for it. It's only when you as a company get so big that they start talking about you again for free, because they have to or else they get left out. Their community's asking them about it. So we're in that case right now where we've got the money to pay them. We could have everyone talking about us, but now's not the right time. The right time to do, to start building up the hype and all that sort of stuff is in the banana zone. So when we get to this crazy time coming up sometime in the next 12 months, where every man and his dog is talking about crypto in the street, your grandmother's coming to you and they're saying, oh, have you heard about Bitcoin? As soon as grandma says that, you know you're near the top of the market, because the media itself is actually going to be talking about, the TV is going to be talking about people getting rich on crypto. All right, so coming back to Seth Godin's quote, be the change you're going to make. That's what we're doing in Playable Games. We are creating a system. So in Dogs of War, at one of the games we're building right now, we're building out a full economy. We're working out, what does it mean? What does an economy mean? How does it work? You know, so I'm shooting a gun. Well, in games, you never have to really worry about that. You just push the reload button and you got a new magazine. Well, in Dogs of War, you're going to have to worry about it because you're going to run out of bullets, and then someone's got to make those bullets, because finding bullets is going to be very dangerous. The only place you're going to be able to find them is actually on a battlefield. So we're going to have a complete Air Force base, a massive Air Force, like a runway and Air Force base, that is going to have bullets around, but everyone is going to be there looking for those bullets. So if you go there, you're probably going to die multiple times trying to get those bullets. So the other way to get bullets is to make them. And so we're going to have a very sophisticated system of parts to make out a fully finished bullet, and then those bullets will be for sale. And what we're seeing is people will choose to grind out the making in exchange for the cash they'll receive. And unlike most games like World of Warcraft and stuff where they have tried to stop people making cash in the game, we're going to encourage making cash in the game. So our goal with Playable Games is to actually make crypto gaming a profitable thing if you're good. So you'll be able to make money through winning, you'll be able to make money through grinding, and you'll be able to enjoy the actual game where everything you earn through the game is something that you can keep or sell. And so in Dogs of War, for example, we're having a manual that you collect. It's like a survival manual written by someone who survived early. And he teaches you how to make a fire and how to do all these different things. But it's everything all the way through how to build a homemade helicopter and how to work that out. So basically, you're going to be able to build those things and sell them. And that economy is going to bring utility back to our coin. All right? So it's really important to understand that what we're doing is different. We're not trying to just hype up this idea and hope it's going to work. So you've got to come back to the basics. What is crypto about? One of the things that sparked me to get into crypto, well, there were two main things. The first one was Alex Becker. And Alex Becker said in one of his videos, you're all trying to chase a coin. You're all trying to find the next big coin. Why don't you get off your ass and actually make one? Because the people that make coins almost always get rich. And I heard that and I thought, shit, that's pretty clever. That was part of the reason that we started Playable Games. Because I sat down with my boys and I said, you know what? He's got a point here. We know about gaming because we're gamers. We don't know how to build games, but we can hire those people if we get the money. And the if you get the money part came from Vladik Buterin, the founder of, or one of the founders of Ethereum. And he said, the trouble with traditional business is that you've got to work so long to get any sort of foothold before any customers trust you, and it takes years to get that foothold. And then finally, after maybe 10 years, you get a chance to do a public listing and raise some real money, and that real money allows you to actually grow the company up to where it has to be. And he said, crypto's the opposite. Crypto lets you fund an idea where people put in a small amount of money. 1 million people put in $10. And if they lose the $10, who gives a fuck? It's just $10. But that 10 million the company got allows them to fund the idea and not spend 10 years testing and measuring and holding on and scraping and bleeding and going through hard times and nearly going broke 10 times. And people, just disaster. Entrepreneurial 101. It's a disaster doing it without funding. And Vladik was saying, if you can get funded up front, a lot more businesses will succeed. So all you have to do in this market is find out what are the real projects. All right. And when that guy turns around and says there's nothing more than hype and marketing, that's not true. There are companies like us out there that are fair dinkum building. We're fair dinkum putting things together to make something really special that's going to outlast other companies. So one thing the guy does have right is that you do need marketing and branding, but it's got to be at the right time. And when we watch these companies blow all their budget marketing in a bear market, I'm just shaking my head. All right, the people that are going to be investing in these things aren't even here yet. All right, this happens in the 4-year cycle of the crypto cycle. There's only 6 months where the retail people, the new people, the plebs, if you want to call them that, are coming with fresh money. All right, and that's where we get this astronomical green candles, day after day of green candles, and that's what makes crypto famous, because that 100x or 1000x on a coin is what everyone talks about. That's what adds the hype. So we need to wait for that hype to start, and it will come. And then what we do is we flood the markets with our messages. Now, at Playable, we've got those messages ready. We know what we're going to say, and we've got the avenues to deliver them through. We know how we're going to deliver them. So when that hype starts, you will just start to see Playable Game pop up. And you'll be on YouTube and you'll see a Playable Games video being advertised to you. You'll be on Twitter and you'll see an ad come up. You'll be on Instagram and you'll see something pop up. So these things are just going to happen as the market comes in, because we've planned it to be that way. So one of the things that really separates us is that we are a family business. Now, by a family business, I don't mean our family runs the whole company. We started as a family business. There's 4 of us. There's myself, my wife, both have master's degree in marketing, and there's our 2 boys. And Jet and Sam are both lifetime gamers. And when I say lifetime gamers, I mean they were gaming on my knee as children. So I'm playing World of Warcraft or Red Alert or whatever I'm playing at the time, and they are sitting on my knee as young children, because I've got the responsibility of looking after them and I'm trying to game at the same time. So typical father, rather than sitting down and playing with them, you can come play with me. So that's not necessarily the best parenting advice, but it was definitely how they got involved in games. At 5, at 4, Jet was sitting on my knee playing WoW with me. At 5, he was actually running my rogue. So he was jumping in on my rogue on World of Warcraft, and I'd tell him to go and he had to go and collect, bones from wolves. So he had to go and kill all these wolves, and then he'd get a whole set of bones and bring them back. And he was doing that at 5. So when we talk about gaming experience, we actually have the consumer experience. We know what it's like to be a consumer in gaming, and what it's like to have companies not listen to you, and what it's like to not own assets. where the game just finishes and that's it. Whatever hours you put into it, that's the end of it. Whereas it would have been good along the way to be able to profit from some of the things we're doing. We bring this knowledge as a family, and it's a burning desire to actually make this work. And then Einstein said real genius is not knowing everything, it's knowing what you know and what you don't know, and then hiring the people to do what you don't know. So now obviously that's not real genius, he was being polite, but there's a real truth to that part of maturity is knowing what you don't know. And I'm not a game developer, so we have hired top level game developers. We've got people that worked at Blizzard, we've got people that worked at Epic Games making Fortnite. So we've gone and recruited these people purposefully to get expertise into our team. Right? We've got game devs that have 9 years, 15 years, 22 years. They have trod the path of game development. We're not fucking around here, we're building proper games that are going to have longevity. And on top of that, we're building a community that is going to play those games. And this is a very different way of going about it. So when you market a game, and this is now my expertise, when you market a game, what are you doing? You're creating a community for the game. And creating communities is what crypto is all about. That is the only thing that makes crypto work, creating a community. So we're joining these two things together, the crypto community side, the crypto money side, and the gaming community side, and we're bringing money to gaming. So this blend is going to be really, really important in the future. So our goal at Playable is to bring 500,000 daily players to our ecosystem. Now that doesn't make us the biggest in the world, but that's a really achievable goal that we can get. And that 500,000, those people are all going to need to buy Bullcoin every day. They're going to need Bullcoin to purchase things in game and buy NFTs and transfer things, and going to buy into games to have a reward for if they win. So that Bullcoin is going to be circulating every single day. And that, my friends, is what we call utility. And utility forces the price to moon. All right? It just forces it to go to the moon. So if you build your utility correctly, and we know how to do that, it's called building a community that likes our games and they want to earn from playing the games. So they're the two sides. We've got the expertise building the games, we're building a community on the other side, and the result is going to be a really strong win for Playable. So in a nutshell, let's come back to our comment here. The games don't mean anything. What matters is hype, marketing and branding. Alright, so if that is your attitude in crypto, you're only playing meme coins. That's all you're doing. Personally, I'm invested in Bitcoin, I'm invested in Ethereum, I'm invested in Solana, I'm invested in Matic, I'm invested in AVAX, I'm invested in Cardano, I'm invested in Playable Games, I'm invested in Gala, I'm invested in 10 other gaming projects, plus probably another 20 other coins. All right, why am I invested in those coins? It's really simple. I believe they're doing something. I believe they're building more than just money go up. Have I got some meme coins? Sure. I love Pepe. I love Chuck. I think both of those have got a real chance this cycle to have some fun. I think most meme coins are going to go flash and then zero, and everyone except the founders are going to lose their money. In a project like ours, we're not like that at all. Firstly, we're not flashing. We're here. We've already been here 3 years. This is coming up to 3 years in 2 months' time. So we're currently 2 years, 10 months. So we've been through the bear market, and not only have we survived, we have built all the way through. Come the end of this year, we're going to have 4 games out, 2 in open beta and 2 in closed alpha for our community. We've got another 2 games coming, hot in their heels. They're under production now. I'm really proud of what we've done. I'm really proud of what we've achieved. And I think you're going to see just a real divide in the games community. That's one of the things that most people don't understand, is that when this guy says games don't mean anything, that's absolute total bullshit. Because crypto's filled with bullshit. Crypto's filled with broken promises and massive moonshot dreams that never come to anything. The gaming companies that actually produce a game, you're going to be able to count them on one hand. All right, the game, when we get to the hype of the banana zone, the absolute vertical part of the market coming up within the next 12 months, when we get there, I doubt there'll be 5 companies that actually have games that are out and playable. The rest are all going to be talking about next year, next month, next decade, whatever. Well, I'm going, like, all this stuff. And so what are you investing in? What are you putting your money into? You're putting your money into promises. So surely a much safer place to be is in some company that's actually doing something, and you can go and play their game right now. We're going to have 3 of those out by the end of this year that you can go and 4 that you can go and play. If you want to go and play them and see what they like, you can go and do that, and you're going to be able to make an actual decision on whether you think people will come and play these games. So there you go. We're more than just hype and marketing. That's coming. We've got a plan for it. And boy, when it comes, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely blow your hat off. And that time is going to be the most fun time of my life. I am literally buzzing, waiting for it. I love the support that we're getting in Playable. I can't thank you enough. We've got the Big Bulls Club now. The guys that all have big balls and have bought over 10 million bull. And being a member of that is just amazing, because you're talking to people that are actually successful in real life, and they're actually investing large money in these things. And it's not just Playable, they're invested in multiple other things. We have lots of people that have more than 10 million, 50 plus people that have more than 10 million. It's very exciting. So I'm the old bull. Stay tuned. It's going to be amazing. Ciao.